So we back. It's been a minute. I tried to record this a couple days ago, and it basically got blocked because of a portion of a video I played. I basically got it directly from the source, causing it to get blocked. So we're gonna attempt to go over the same stories, same things again. Um, but I mean, I have more time to record today, so we'll just go into detail. So first, we're just gonna start with a video. So some of you guys might have seen this video before. I've seen it a long time ago. There's no sound to it, but yeah, this shit's crazy. Look at how quick they realize they gotta get the fuck out of there. I mean, that's still not quick enough. I would have been out of there already. Like, look at the aftermath of this shit. Yeah, that's a no go. So, anyways, it just rained these last 2 days. Um, so now we're basically checking the weather for. So the last time I recorded this, it was saying that it was gonna rain over this weekend, which it did. And I remember saying that probably exactly 7 days from now it's gonna rain again. So I was off by one day. It seems 6 days from then that it's about to rain again, which is on Friday. So pretty much from now up until then, it's gonna be cloudy a little bit and sunny. But on Friday it's gonna rain again, and that's just probably gonna change to Saturday as well, also, because that's what it's been lately. So if you're in the Discord, I posted a picture of some roses I just bought, and it's been a struggle just trying to make sure that it's not too windy to where they get blown over. Not a single rose petal has fallen from any of these roses. I'm basically treating them like Beauty and the Beast, trying to make sure that they are in perfect condition because they look like little fireballs. And I find that shit interesting. So after it rains, it's gonna be cloudy again, but who the fuck knows? I personally think that every week is gonna be the same shit, which is cloudy and sunny. Friday, Saturday it's gonna rain. Cloudy, sunny. Friday, Saturday it's gonna rain. Like, that's really what it seems like to me. But anyways, today is a busy ass day. It's Easter Sunday. I've got cats jumping up and down next to my fucking window and shit. Today I'm about to try to hop on Twitch later, and then I'm also gonna try to catch I'm about to make a movie night. I'm about to watch Outlaw Johnny Black. So actually, fuck it, we'll make that the movie of the day. Hold up, let me pull this up. Yeah, so this right here is going to be the movie of the day, except the difference with this movie of the day is it's a movie I haven't seen yet. I've known about it for a while. I've been excited for it, but today is the day where I watch it. So we will play the trailer. If you've seen Black Dynamite, you already know.
From the brothers who brought you Black Dynamite comes a brand new movie that's show out of sight. We've been gone for a while, but now we're back with a Western adventure.
Haul out!
The outlaw, Johnny Black. It's a rootin', tootin', six-gun shooting, romancing, praise dance, cliff jumping, horse punching, card dealing, land stealing, unruly and truly groovy kind of movie.
Put me down!
He made Billy a key, took the eye from one-eyed Jack. He's a high plains drifter. Ain't nobody swifter than the outlaw, Johnny Black. As faith-based Western black exploitation, kung fu action, romantic comedy dramas go, it's right up there with the rest of them.
Alright. So yeah, that's going to be the movie of the day. I'm going to peep that later. Hell bent on avenging the death of his father, Johnny Black vows to gun down Brett Clayton. I remember seeing him holding a bullet that had that name on it, and becomes a wanted man in the process while posing as a preacher in a small mining town that's been taken over by a notorious land baron. Michael J. White's most recent film. Yeah, so this shit's got a bunch of people. Yeah, Rainy Couture's in that shit. That's funny. Kim Whitley's in it. She was in Black Dynamite. Tony Baker's in it. I think I remember seeing him in the Donald Cerrone's in it as Cowboy Cerrone. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Uncle Ruckus, aka Smart Brother from Undercover Brother. Damn, that's also gonna be Tommy Davidson's in it. Yeah, he was in Black Dynamite. And Bullhorn's in it somewhere. I mean, he was the person who narrated. Maybe he's Byron Mins, but yeah, I don't see his picture, so I gotta make that assumption. And Joe Scott's in it. I completely fucking forgot what I said was gonna be the other movie. Either way, whichever one I said was the other one, it's gonna be these two. So yeah, in Baltimore, a shipping a ship that holds the shipping containers basically hit, I believe, what was the base of one of the bridge supports for the damn, I completely forgot the name of this bridge too. I was just looking at it the other day. The Baltimore Key Bridge. Francis Scott Key Bridge. The Francis Scott Key Bridge. So that's the one thing I'm not sure about. I remember seeing the video and I thought this ship hit the base of one of the supports. But either way, RIP to everybody that was caught in this tragedy. When I saw the video, basically the shipping container is coming in. I believe that something went wrong with the ship. I'm assuming engine or something, but they were able to call out and let them to know to stop people from getting on the bridge. And they did put that in place, but there were still some people on the bridge. So when I saw the video, I did see some cars caught in it. There were a couple cars that basically got like flipped, and it's I ain't seen nothing like that. And at the same time, I don't know if this ship is supposed to be carrying that much cargo. There's all kinds of questions, but the only problem is that ever since this happened, it's basically turned into, let's just shovel shit onto the mayor. And as you can see, this is a black mayor. And if you just look at criticism he's getting, it just goes to show that even after a tragedy like this, like, there's some people who point the finger at the wrong person, because the mayor's not at fault for this. And at the same time, the workers that happen to be outside of the bridge did the best they could of putting in the call ahead of time, and it did happen to help. They were able to at least save some people, but they don't have the courage to say the N-word. Is basically the response to some of the criticisms that he's getting, which it makes perfect sense. I completely agree. But the thing is, it's up to you guys to see this and look at it yourself, see the type of shit that people were saying about him. But people called him a DEI mayor, and I had to look I had to look that up to see what the fuck that stood for. But long story short, if you black, you already know how it goes. You already know exactly what the fuck is going on. There's no need for me to even explain. There's no need for me to try to break it down, because I mean, as you can tell, I only have one kind of audience, and we already know what's the shit. So for today, we are going to be talking about G-Dep. G-Dep is an artist that was signed to Bad Boy back in the day. I kind of want to say 2000, 2001-ish. He was of that second Bad Boy golden era, which I consider to be the era when Shine, G-Dep, Black Rob, Loon were all artists back to back, putting shit down. I also remember, like, around that time, that's when Making the Band was happening. He had them fucking cross town just to get a piece of fucking cheesecake. I don't even think he ate it. But yeah, a whole bunch of fuckery shit. Diddy was basically just having these people run around and do all kinds of crazy shit on MTV, I believe, either MTV or VH1. And at the end of the day, that shit amounted to nothing. Their band, I thought, was awesome. I would have really loved for them to get put on and come out with an album, but nah, they didn't go for it with none of that. They had Babs, they had Enes, they had Dylon, they had I forgot his name. I think it was Choppa, and they had they had Homegirl who could sing, and I think they had another person I might be forgetting. But either way, though, that would have actually been pretty lit. But a lot of things that people aren't paying attention is to the artists that got screwed over during their run on this label. Yeah, so without further ado, we're gonna play just a little snippet of some G-Dep, because the last time I tried to attempt this video, me playing the snippet of G-Dep is actually what got that shit capped. But the reason was because I played a video that was directly from Bad Boy Entertainment, but this time we're getting this from Hip Hop Community, so shout outs to them. I'm not subscribed to them, but after I play this, I'm actually probably gonna have to subscribe to them, because they seem like they've got the type of shit that I be looking for, basically. So yeah, this song right here, this is a song that's rare as fuck. I don't think that it's even available. I have the album on vinyl, and this song's not on it. This song didn't release, so now I don't think this song is even available unless it's on Spotify and streaming platforms, which I don't think it is, since it's a remix, and since it's Bad Boy Entertainment, they own this shit. Like, it's basically, long story short, what I'm trying to say is nowadays, like, you have to own your shit, because everything is owned by one or two entities nowadays, and you have to go to those one or two entities just to even experience or touch. Some of you guys might remember this track.
Try to get rid of me. Y'all must be kidding me. Y'all little kidding ghosts in the house. And yo, fuck the whole industry. What up, Micah? Come on. Fuck it. Staten Island. Come on. Yo. Hold me down. What a monster cut truck bally shit. Champagne spilling while we hitting every pump that my Denali hit. Outfit is 4,000 and better. The rhinestones in my Flintstone look crazy in my sweater. Paul, it's not a big fairy tale, that's my MO. Fuck bitches on the reg with no problemo. Iceberg rabbits in the Fox Hill Mall, where I cop 2 more. Brought 4 for Rizzo. Bad boy, thank you for the special deliver. Catch me by the pool in my Tony Stark slippers. Wonder Woman arm, Ghost is intelligent. Made 30 off a dust dime, I was killing them. Dip cash on 116, I was filling them. Them days kept a Chris Coke dollar bill on them. I lived it out, yeah. Special delivery, I spit it out. Special delivery, I sniffed it out. Special delivery,
I want that.
special delivery. This is the remix, special delivery. Come on, special delivery. Bad boy, baby, special delivery. We won't stop, special delivery. Yeah, G-Dep, child of the ghetto, as we proceed.
Hey yo, sign, seal, delivered in just the nick of time. Real, I'ma give it to one of my designers. Rhyme in the ghetto was formed, show power, the child of the ghetto was born. feet first. Reach to the speech I kick in each verse. Prove that the shit you spitting out is dirt. Depth question you, and you're like a hustler on the first. You need work.
Come on,
Stand by the grand high exalted. At your door with a portrait of the raw shit. Picture that while I spit anthrax on your CD tape, man, wax, you stand back. You don't really wanna jump the gun in the hairless flow, it can puncture lungs. Go and stand there and bump the gums. If you want the problems, we can hurry up and come bury ya. I'ma play the carrier. Special delivery.
Alright. So that right there, that's G-Dep. Like, boy was hot. Like, his album had Cool G rap on it. Rakim. Like, fuck, like, his album had a lot of people. And he's another artist that, like I said, got screwed over by Bad Boy, because I remember specifically wondering to myself, what the fuck happened to G-Dep? He could rap, and he came into Bad Boy at the right time too. He was during the second fucking golden era of Bad Boy. So what the fuck happened to him? So it turns out that apparently he turned himself in on a murder. Your record label and agreement and terms and conditions must be terrible if you decide, after pretty much almost being guaranteed platinum status, to decide to turn yourself on a murder that happened in fucking 1993. I mean, like, I know shit can weigh heavy on your conscience, but if no one is looking for you and it's a cold case, and you turn yourself in after pretty much signing a contract on Bad Boy, you must be on a terrible record label. And long story short, another thing I recommend y'all take your time to read about. I mean, this right here is just a short description, but if you go on Google, you can find way more detail. But yeah, that's the whole thing. And it's actually his album that I want to put as the first. So there's gonna be a couple albums of the week. So his album, Child of the Ghetto, I have it on vinyl. It's in my garage right now. I just didn't want to grab that shit, but it's got Special Delivery on it. Where's Special Delivery? Fire ass single. Let's Get It, another fire ass single. And that's a song that I can't play right now, even though I want to, because his verse on that is hot too. But both those songs, the only ones that are on YouTube are Bad Boy Entertainment's channel. So if I play even a second of that shit, it's gonna basically block this entire video from being played. So let's get it. Where is that shit? Black Rob. We all know the story of, or the demise of Black Rob. And this is another person that I personally believe Bad Boy Entertainment could have did a little bit more for, especially with the price of health insurance nowadays. R.I.P. Black Rob. Legendary hip hop artist with a great legacy behind him. He made an appearance on this, and it just goes to show that he was the type of person to just get to work, basically. Like, just, you call him when you need shit taken care of. He's the man. Woe probably accumulated a big portion of Bad Boy's earnings from when it came out till now. It has to be, because that song is one of the greatest hip-hop songs. And yeah, I feel like he put a lot on the line for this record label. But currently right now, the head of the record label is in heavy fucking waters. And I'm not gonna say too much about it, because this is still a developing thing. It's fresh, it's hot. A lot of blogs and music moguls and shit are gonna have a lot of shit to say, but the thing is, like, right now we gotta basically examine the court documents and paperwork and wait until all that shit releases, because he's currently just in Miami just kicking it. Him and Stevie J just out. So at the same time, I'm kind of in a standpoint of like we can't really accuse. I mean, well, yeah, we can accuse, but we can't really speak as if we know everything up until shit takes until the next step, which means like when we see him in court, when we see him fucking he has a court date and shit, I'm pretty sure by then more documents and shit will be out. But yeah, right now we pretty much just gotta wait and see on anything, because at the same time we know how media does whenever even the slightest fucking thing happens. And yeah, it's kind of early to call, but one thing I will say is this whole time I had specifically been waiting for her to say something. And or whatever she said is actually what I need to look up later, because she's actually to me kind of been like the key of basically the most recent person that's been within the revolt space, I guess you could say. And she would probably have the best insight on any of this shit if it is true. But whenever she's getting subpoenaed and all that, that's when I'm gonna probably have something to say. But until then, we're gonna see how this plays out, because this is some wild shit. I kind of knew something was coming, but ever since that whole situation recently happened and all of a sudden that shit got quiet after they settled it, I kind of was like, yo, something ain't right. And now all of a sudden all these allegations of shit are all these allegations and shit are coming from left and right, and it's kind of to the point where it's like, damn, I don't know which of this shit's true. I know something's going on, but I don't know if all this shit's going on. But whenever his house got raided, which was recent, and I'm sure it's probably in one of these videos, they handcuffed both his sons, and that is not a good look. And meanwhile, I think he was flown out somewhere, and it's like, damn, this shit is not looking good. And another thing that's not looking good is this whole fucking Boeing whistleblower being found dead in the U.S. Now, you can try to deflect as many conspiracies as you want, but that shit right there is not a good look either. I mean, it's not a good look. All I'm gonna say is, yeah, that shit's not a good look. So everybody's been on the tip of their tongue with Kendrick dropping his most recent verse, and I'm not gonna take the chance of getting that shit to block this fucking video. So instead we pulled up the lyrics, and let's see if it's up to par like everyone makes it seem. So one thing I will say is I'm a fan of Kendrick, but I personally believe that this whole thing that the media does, where they receive his off the album verses and then kind of like blow it all up with social media and make it seem like it's an external fucking campaign or some shit, I find it to be kind of weird. And I'm sure to him, when he writes these verses, he's just thinking, oh, okay, like, let me just fill this verse, I'm gonna put it out, and then I'm gonna go vacation, and then I'm gonna go work on my album, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna do that. And then meanwhile, this shit, even if he's out of country, this shit is just blowing up in America, in the US, because no other artist is fucking putting out like real content. Like, this is someone who's from the West Coast, and the West Coast, there is so much shit going on that the rest of the country can't really keep up with. And that's the reason why a lot of the music that's played out here is not played on the radio or for the rest of the country. They're all stuck on Atlanta time. The West Coast, like, we got our own shit going on, and whenever it does get played on the mainstream from a major antenna to another major antenna, then people can catch on, and then they can start to kind of understand that shit. But here we go. Let's just dig into one of his verses that he probably wrote in like maybe 30 minutes one night while drinking rum, and the rest of the world is just tripping off this shit. So he said, these niggas talking out of their necks, don't pull no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say it's a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hope them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar. I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up, but cannot be legit. No 40 water. Tell him, yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak dissing first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap this Melly Mel if I had to. Get 2 T's with me. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If we walk around with a stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big 3, nigga. It's just big me. Nigga bum. What? I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack. Nigga Prince outlive Mike Jack. Nigga bum. For all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with the... For all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with all these... For all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with all these 9s. He gonna see Pet Cemetery. Nigga bum. So, this right here, it won't even let me highlight it, what the fuck. But yeah, this right here, that right there, and yeah, he said fuck sneak diss right before that. But yeah, that right there, that's the diss. That, just those 3 words right there, that makes all this shit surrounding it actually something that's valuable. But the thing is, I mean, it's just like when Control came out. It's going to be the same shit. No one's going to say shit back to this. And no one's going to say shit back. It's going to be a little game of tag. But ultimately, no one's going to say shit back to this. Whenever Drake's album comes out, everyone's going to forget about everything in the fucking world. Just like whenever the next iPhone drops. The world is robotic. And it's just a cycle of the same bullshit happening over and over and over again. But the difference is that every time it just costs more money. And the world can't catch up with that shit. They're just going to keep going to that strip club and getting bitches pregnant. And then whenever real hip-hop comes out... I'm going to put it on my playlist that I have on Spotify. But the world ain't going to listen to that shit. Nah. But ultimately, the West Coast music needs to be played on the radio because otherwise people are going to be doing this shit. Now, who remembers this era? Who remembers this? The leather skirt. The leather skirt of doom. Kanye wasn't the only one wearing that shit. Even though they fucking took down everyone else's picture. Damn, that's so funny. He was not the only one wearing that shit. I remember it was probably like 2012 era or some shit like that. Yeah, like they got everybody wearing this shit. They got actors wearing this shit too, like them fucking leather skirts. They got Post in this shit. They got him with the fucking no. Oh, this is 2020. Yeah, so like when everyone else was wearing this shit, it was like I kind of want to say like 2014. And they got well, nah, he did that shit himself, but they got ASAP Rocky. Diddy, he was wearing this shit in Scotland, so he gets a pass. Like if there's cultural significance, you get a pass. But if you just wearing one of these fucking leather skirts just to be on the cover of GQ, you're fucking tripping. And I know there's a picture of Tyga somewhere on the fucking internet, him wearing that shit too. Nah, don't tell me, is that Pusha T? Nah, they got. That might not be a skirt. That might not be a skirt. But then again, Pusha T, he's deeply in Europe doing that modeling shit, so it is what it is. But everybody was wearing that shit, and that's the thing. Like, I could see one or two people wearing that, but when you got a fucking agent and you got a fucking dresser and you got this and that, and these motherfuckers still got you putting the fucking skirt when you know that your Forbes worth is $6 million at least. Nah, you don't need to wear a fucking skirt. So GTA San Andreas, classic game, came out October 26, 2004. I remember that year because I was in high school. This was the month of my birthday, and I said, fuck everything on my birthday. Wait until October 26th because I just want to do a fucking drive-by with my fucking windows closed. Yeah, GTA San Andreas, classic PlayStation 2 game. It was of an era when, I mean, the whole PS2 era was awesome, legendary, lasted a very long time. But one thing I will say too is that it was low-key the fucking experimentation phase, because that's when online gaming really first started being built. And I mean, as you can see, we're in some crazy days now with, I mean, of course I covered how the fucking game industry is all fucked up, but back in these days, like, these were basically the experimentation days for all the shit that we're doing right now. Because if you remember, this game had a co-op mode, it had this and that, all types of shit that, like, they had a co-op mode. Like, they really were thinking, you could recruit people, you could just recruit people, go on a mission real quick. Like, that shit was lit. And yeah, nowadays we got Helldivers, like, where it's like 4-player co-op and you basically recruit each other, you recruit your homies, go do some shit, just blow shit up, destroy shit, collect shit. I mean, it's fun. But yeah, so back in these days, CJ, the main character, had an interesting story. It kind of felt like just a really long movie, but it was a really interesting movie filled with betrayal, love, romance, bodybuilding, eating, haircuts, gang shit. But yeah, legendary game. Shout outs to CJ. He was not seen or pictured or fucking mentioned in GTA 5 whatsoever, and they took 20 years to build that fucking game. They took like 20 years to build that shit. And right now I'm kind of irritated at Rockstar because, for one, they fumbled the GTA trilogy remaster, because if they didn't fumble it, I would have it and I would be streaming on Steam. So since that's not happening, I'm turning on Red Dead 2, only to realize that the controls are fucking terrible. I survived 2 of 5 gun battles in the most recent playthroughs I had on Twitch, and I'm about to play that shit right after this before I watch Outlaw Johnny Black, and we're gonna see if anything's different now that I'm warmed up. But yeah, Rockstar, this was a legendary game. We got to get back to adding races to your games and co-op shootouts somehow, because I mean, as you can see, Helldivers is taking off. We got to have some shit where me and my homies could just hop in a car and I'm the fucking driver and they just dumping. So the reason I'm bringing this all up is because CJ has not been seen since. But one thing that a lot of people don't mention or don't remember or just never even looked up is that CJ is a person. CJ is Young Melee.
I got Young Melee, man. Y'all know who Young Melee is, man. The world know who this motherfucker is, man. It's the nigga, man. Tell him who you is, nigga.
CJ from San Andreas.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, CJ?
Live and direct. CJ and Franklin up in this motherfucking real life shit, though.
Welcome to San Andreas, I'm CJ from Grove Street. Land of the heinous, gangbangers in cold heat. In Los Santos, neighbors get no sleep. Beefing with anybody, competing, even police.
Yeah, so Melee. Melee is legit. If you don't know, he's on a couple tracks. He's on a couple tracks with Ice Cube. But we're actually gonna play. they tore this track up. I didn't even know that there was a music video for this, so this is actually a reaction.
My ego is big as Heathrow. Yep, this elite flow, easy as a free throw. Yes, this Negro is rather lethal. You about as lethal as a mojito. Be my amigo, eat my burrito. You a fucking seagull, up in Fred Seagull. I'm up in Origo, still in my peacoat. Murder's what she wrote. This is Mo Evo, this is less than zero. Don't be a hero, nigga, I'm a pharaoh with double barrels, goosebumps, arrows. When I shoot these arrows at your Camaros, rolling down Melrose, still down with Elcos till the fucking cell close. Nigga, don't test me, you're gonna fail those. They should arrest me, blow like Dizzy Gillespie. I don't aim where your vest be. Bang.
I'm too hot to stop, walking up with 2 Glocks, way more than 2 shots that'll make your roof drop. House shoes, blue top, money like I move rocks. This one will get you socked and your bitch woo wop. Whole cool pop by this old school new shop. G nigga still keep my weed in a shoebox, tipping rolling through blocks, dipping while the coupe pops, eating chicken dinners in my cutoffs and 2 socks. Play my shit, a lot of DJs they do not, cause me and bitch niggas don't mix like 2 cocks. Who knocks with them pocket rockets that don't shoot dots? Have your skull on the news looking like goulash. When they ask who the top, don't make your asses foolish. Eat your ass up like a pack of barracudas. Put the barrel to ya like we never knew ya. Send the metal through ya, the lynch mob shooter.
I know vatos and they get potloads. Niggas that flip mo, chicken then Bosco. Squatting down the block low, hop in the hot foe. And I can spot poles when they not in cop clothes. Squabble with the combos. Melee got those crates and K's, box loads like they came from Costco's. They be popping bottles, we knocking hollows. Promise by tomorrow I can have a spot closed. Talking pronto, something like a lotto. Chips and cheese, fuck meat, nigga, these nachos. Speaking on guap though, cause that's the combo. Keep my green on the side like it was cilantro. Coming with the honchos, that's in the stock rolls. And everything about they mouth is like the gospel. It won't stop, low, oh I'm not though. Lynch mob, big swanger, don't bang is the motto.
Motherfuckers tell me
I'm too West Coast.
they act like they scared of me.
I'm too West Coast.
Motherfuckers tell me
I'm too West Coast.
act like they scared of me.
I'm too West Coast.
Yeah. Fucking fire. Fucking fire. So, since we're talking about San Andreas and all that shit, I figured I'd throw this in there too.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Man, fuck you, nigga. I see you at work.
I don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of the old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Nah, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass and she quit fucking with that brain surgeon the lawyer she fucking with. Nigga.
What?
Yeah, so for those that don't know, that's actually a scene from GTA 5, but those are the actual voice actors, so they just reenacted that shit, which is fucking hilarious. So one thing I will say is that I've met Slink Johnson before, and nigga, yeah, so I met Slink Johnson before, and this was when I was working at Westfield Mall. He happened to stop by. This was, I think, after or in between. Yeah, this was after season 1 Black Jesus, whatever year this was. But I remember he was passing by real quick. I chatted it just for a sec, but I remember him saying, "All right, homeboy." Well, actually, after he asked me what my name is, I told him what my name was, and he was like, "All right, you over here making motherfucking papers, eh?" And he yelled that shit real loud, and everybody heard that and turned around. I was just fucking dying. Slink Johnson is a real one. Man, I need to come through to stand-up comedy whenever he performs in LA. That's a fact. But yeah, like these are the reasons why I say that we all gotta get our ownership on our fucking paperwork and all that shit. And at the same time, it's all set up to be hard as fuck. But one thing I want to pass on to the next generation or whoever the fuck is watching this shit. Try your best to get the right people in line before you sign anything or do anything, so that way you can get full ownership on everything, so then that way no one else controls it, and it makes it so that you have full control over who accesses what and does what with your stuff. And the reason I say that is because I believe that there's a reason why CJ wasn't in GTA 5 or mentioned or anything. But I'm gonna have to dig deep into that some other time. But when I was trying to pull up shit today, I saw something that kind of made me think, oh, okay, like I gotta look up that shit later. So this is unrelated, but you might have heard about it.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
You can already see
Snoop
it in
Dogg
the
certainly
title.
has his money on his mind and his business ventures. The Long Beach rapper and his fellow musician turned businessman Master P are taking legal action against a major retailer. They claim they've been discriminated against. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes has the story.
Snoop Dogg and rap
Laid back.
go hand in hand, but Snoop Dogg and cereal?
What up, though? This is Big Snoop Dogg.
Well, that's a duo he's hoping will go spoon in mouth. But the Long Beach-born rapper and his cereal business partner, rapper Master P, say cereal giant Post and retail giant Walmart have quashed their efforts to get Snoop cereal on store shelves.
How come all these knockoff brands are successful and we don't have a chance?
This was collusion. This was breach of contract.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing Broadus Foods, the company formed by Snoop Dogg and Master P. They are suing Post and Walmart. Crump released this video he says shows people searching Walmart shelves across the country failing to find Snoop cereal. He says that's despite having a sales contract with Walmart.
That right there. So people across the country are seeing and filming that their cereal is not on shelves, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hired those people to go across the country because they know what's up. We all know what's up. We all know exactly what the fuck happens whenever we do everything that is necessary to make a product and put it where it needs to go. And I'm so glad that someone is able to get film and evidence and proof of exactly what the fuck happens to black people whenever they try their best to be entrepreneurs, which is their products are not on fucking shelves. They did everything. They fucking made the product. The product is made. Why isn't it on the shelf? That's the shit that I would like for people to dig into. How the fuck does this happen?
Walmart and Post to carry their products. So where was all the Snoop cereal? According to the video, it was still sealed in its shipping boxes.
People who wanted affordable, nutritious cereal could not find them.
Post didn't respond before deadline, but
they didn't.
Walmart issued a statement that reads in part, Walmart values our relationship with our suppliers and we have a strong history of supporting entrepreneurs. Many factors affect the sales of any given product, including consumer demand, seasonality, and price, to name a few. But Snoop and Master P say this is more than just a standard business disagreement affecting two wealthy rappers. They say it could bleed down to other black-owned companies that are not getting a fair chance at building generational wealth.
This is about minority-owned companies getting a fair share.
Give black-owned businesses a genuine chance to succeed and build the intergenerational wealth promised by the American dream.
In Westchester, Rob Hayes, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content.
Well, wouldn't you recognize that? Man, I just don't fucking get it, because it's kind of like you just say shit and then it just happens over and over and over again and no one fucking listens and everyone tells you to be positive and that maybe next time you'll get them, partner, after maybe 6 more fucking tries. Maybe you'll get 5% of what maybe, I don't know, anyone else other than a black man would get. It's fucking crazy how you can make even a fucking cereal brand rather than gangbanging and fucking using guns to get your money, and they still will find some way to fucking shut that shit from being on the fucking shelf. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if tomorrow Master P made the cure for AIDS and they still just left that shit out in the fucking ocean on some tanker truck that was parked at the port just not to have that shit available to people? It sounds crazy, right? What if I told you that shit happened? No, I'm just playing. But who knows? We wouldn't know. We really wouldn't know. It sounds like whistleblowing. So the other day on Twitch, I was getting my shit in. Blowing shit up too. Got my slide in. Popped in by accident. Hit my reload going up the stairs. Throw my tactical. Drop down again. Someone's probably got him. Got him, coach. Wiped out everybody. But I remember when I was doing that slide. Let's see, let me bring it back to the slide though. That shit was smooth. Yeah, because when I was doing that slide right before this. Then I started thinking, that shit looks real fucking familiar. I think probably when I had this face right here, I was realizing that shit looked real fucking familiar. And then I remembered this.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! You know.
Damn. Oh shit.
Oh, I'm hit! I'm hit!
He's hit. He got hit.
What? I'm hit! In the car! I was shot through the car! Oh!
Damn.
Do you know you're talking about off the top of your head? Okay, it's okay.
So supposedly the girlfriend is the one who fucking called the police and accused him of stealing her car. But I don't have anything to back that up. I'm gonna have to do more looking later because there's no videos of that part. But I'm not sure if I believe that. I don't think she would do that. So he was suspected of stealing his girlfriend's car and was restrained in the back seat of the police vehicle. So the thing is, yeah, so the thing that I saw, it was basically saying that he didn't steal his girlfriend's car, that apparently like he borrowed it from her, but she was arguing with him or some shit and then decided to say he stole her some shit. And that's the thing. I don't know if I believe that part. But yeah, they started just bucking at this dude after they had searched him several times and placed him in the car.
Where, right there? Jesse! Jesse, are you okay? Get in the house!
She even got
Get in the house! Jesse!
the fucking paperwork in her fucking hand. That's how serious this shit is. Man, she didn't even drop the shit. She was like, all right, hold up. I might get blood on these documents, but I can't let them go. I need to make sure that I get a headshot if I can. On my body cam, it'll show that I got a headshot.
Get back! Get back! Where is he? Where is he?
Look at this nigga. This motherfucker's homie's a fucking
43, give me traffic. Shots fired. Shots fired. I got a deputy down.
and then she's screaming no.
Jesse, how are you? Okay.
They're basically killing her boyfriend in front of her, and she's just there just watching this shit to be traumatized for the rest of her fucking life.
Get back!
So, before I read what this says on the screen, I will say that they searched him several times. Not just once, but several times before they put him in that car. And he heard a sound and was under the, I don't know, illusion that he had been shot at and was at some point hit, which is why I pointed out that he was hit when he said he was hit. Because it turns out that an internal investigation shows that a fucking acorn can be seen. Nigga, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Hold on, let me just make sure that I'm not fucking tripping, because it says an internal investigation says an acorn could be seen striking the top of the officer's patrol car. The officer said he thought the sound was a gunshot and believed he had been hit.
I might have hit my vest. Okay. No.
It might have hit my
Get
vest.
back! Get back! I'm not gonna tell you go! Get back! Get back!
Get back while we execute your boyfriend. Just get back. Get behind that car. Don't worry, it'll be quick. It'll be inside our car. We'll clean it up, but you just gotta watch. We're like, you know, like one of those like curbside barbershops, but instead, like, we execute who you call us on. We just put them in our car and just fill it up with lead, and then we just drive off and clean it up. We put a little bit of caution tape up, but we'll tell everyone in your neighborhood that you had nothing to do with it. Don't worry. We are basically a service hired by the government with your tax money to exterminate specific individuals. And usually, lots of times in low poverty areas, couples go through situations where lots of times it's something real basic and simple, whether it's I was locked outside, or I just need to get back in, or this or that. Lots of times it turns into this shit for no reason.
Get her! Get her and get her back now! No!
Yeah. Do you see anything on my vest?
So luckily, he survived that. He wasn't hit at all, even though they dumped about like 17, I don't know, like maybe 3 clips in total. So I don't know how many bullets that would be in a fucking cop's standard issue. But, yeah, him and his girlfriend are traumatized. I mean, I think they have a kid together, but that could have been the end of his life. I'm glad it wasn't.
What are you feeling? Did you feel anything? My legs went numb when it hit me. All right. I don't know. My legs went numb for a second. I heard a pop.
The officer later resigned while under investigation. So are police disposable? Like, are we ever going to talk about that on a podcast somewhere? Joe Budden or Charlemagne or fucking whoever? Like, is anyone going to talk about how police just go through the program, get hired, kill a black man, and then quit while under investigation? Because I think that's probably a thing that should be considered when they run the numbers on how much gun violence happens in neighborhoods. They also got to consider this too when police officers or the temporary month-long police officers come and kill us and then just disappear into the darkness. So I know a lot of people think it's probably extreme when I said just locking ourselves out of our houses, but that's what this video is for.
Sheriff's office!
The time, just after 2 a.m. last Saturday morning, deputies called to the...
Before I play this, guess what color the person who got shot was? I wish I had the rights to the Jeopardy theme song.
The report of a burglary at the second-story apartment off Uvalde Road in northeast Harris County. They're on high alert after seeing a broken front window.
High alert.
Officers unloading more than 24 rounds through the front of the apartment.
God
One deputy reloading
damn.
her gun and continuing to shoot.
Did you see how quick she just lifted that gun up and just started shooting? Like, even in my fucking Twitch clip, I didn't pull my gun out that quick. Like, that bitch was like, I see a fucking hair.
Apartment off Uvalde Road in northeast Harris County. They're on high alert after seeing a broken front window.
One, two.
Officers.
that was probably 1 second.
Officers unloading more than 24 rounds through the front of the
She's not
apartment.
even looking
One
where
deputy
she's shooting.
reloading her gun and continuing to shoot.
Go down, go down! Go down!
A woman on the other side of the wall, identified as Ebony Pouncey,
Damn, look
shot
at-
several.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, how many bullets does the police department buy? Like, it's not like, hey, like, we see danger, we're gonna assess the danger with 1 or 2 bullets. It's, oh shit, we might have seen something, let's unload everything. Just fucking reload. We have to make sure that we are safe. I don't give a fuck if there's a dog in the way. I don't give a fuck if there's a stove running and fucking someone falls back and fucking knocks some shit over and causes an explosion possibly. We don't care about bullet ricochets. We don't care about shit. Let's just fucking unload everything. That's what our training taught us.
Deputies only then finding Ebony is supposed to be here. Her friend rents this place. They broke their own.
What? What? She's supposed to be here? Do you mean that this is her spot and they just shot this shit up like they only get to do it once in their lifetime? Because I could have sworn that was a celebration shooting a second ago. That wasn't a we're protecting people. This is more of a, oh shit, we saw something
window to get in after forgetting their keys, the friend said in an interview on Friday.
I told Ebony to break the window.
Oh my
that
God.
would have been the third time the window.
The homeowner is black? What? ¿Qué? Black?
Window would have been broken since I stayed here. We were there for about 20 minutes. The next thing I know, I hear loud banging on the door.
That banging is deputies.
Ebony grabbed her gun and ran to the door.
The next time she saw her friend, she was shot several times. A neighbor downstairs filming this video.
I live here. Please don't shoot. This is my home.
That same neighbor initially calling 911 to report a burglary after hearing his neighbor break her own window.
The only crime that was committed that day was done by the police. It was unjust, it was inhumane, and it was not okay.
The two deputies that you see in the video there, they are still on paid administrative leave, which is standard protocol for any officer-involved shooting. Now, the Harris County Sheriff's Office, they say they're still investigating this incident. Only when that investigation is done will we know if these deputies act as they were trained or if they will face any disciplinary action.
Now, the question is, how do we avoid shit like that? So, I believe when I used to watch episodes of Cops, even in situations like that, they would approach the door, guns not drawn, and announce that there was a police presence. And I'm now starting to understand exactly the importance of that step, even though technically now people would say, oh shit, it's risky to do that. But if you are a police officer, it makes sense to alert people that it is an officer and not just a random person running up on the door with a fucking flashlight. So then that way, if it turns out that the correct people are in the house and they can eventually prove it, that they're able to identify, oh shit, it's police outside, let me not come to the door with my gun. But it feels like nowadays, due to that step being missing, it's a fucking setup. So then that way, there can be casualties. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. But one thing I am right about is the fucking downfall of this place right here, which is exactly what the fuck we're about to talk about on the next episode for probably like fucking 2 hours. One of the most prominent chains of marijuana stores in California has closed all but 2 of its locations. MedMen has shut down operations everywhere except San Diego and near Los Angeles International Airport, according to a report in MJ Biz Daily. Now, for those that don't know, I used to work here. So who better to break this shit down than a nigga who worked at the fucking front door of this place the whole fucking time he worked there? And it's crazy because I'm gonna break down how everybody around me has nothing to say about this topic specifically. Like, literally no one is in connection with me, so I'm gonna freely speak about this shit because I knew from the start that a lot of people was not gonna be riding when it came time to talk about this shit specifically. Not the downfall, but the treatment of people of color. Maybe, I don't know, the people who saw a lot of people who have things in common with them get incarcerated over plant growth, but other people are able to benefit off of it with sales legally and even federally taxed. Let's see. Let's talk about all the misinformation, all the fucking misguidance, all the ignorance, all the fucking, I don't know, the borrow of cultures just to make places seem like they have this specific or support this specific image, even though that's not the case at all because the employment suggests otherwise. Yeah, we're gonna get into all that shit, and I can't fucking wait. Next month is 420, and I believe that I'm gonna have this recorded before then, and it should be ready to drop on 420. But yeah, we're gonna dig deep. And today, if you happen to have the LA Times, let's see, either today or yesterday's LA Times, there's an article about this company. And I'm definitely going to read that. But if you happen to have that shit, read it today. They talk about this shit right here. So this company right here, I will say one thing. I do remember that someone from my high school who used to always tell me how bad cannabis is for me eventually started using cannabis. And I'm sure it was because of a fucking boyfriend, most likely a boyfriend. Happened to show up and see me when I was working at this store. And I remember thinking, oh shit, come on in, like I'll show you the store, I'll show you what shit will save you money, this and that. Nope, she didn't want to go into the store at all. This is the worst company ever. How could you be working here? This and that. This place is fucking terrible for people who grow cannabis and this and that, and people who used to have med cards and all that. As if I'm not one of those people. As if I am not inside with that side. As if this wasn't the only fucking company that was willing to hire me when I needed a fucking job and was trying to get a job into this industry. But that person isn't here currently today to talk about this fucking topic next month when I do. Like, this is the thing. This is the thing about cannabis. Everybody is fucking weird and they won't realize it until I say this shit. Because there's so many people who are, oh no, I don't want to be on Instagram anymore. I don't want to talk to anyone who doesn't have an iPhone. I'm a extrovert, so I can't signify anything with anyone who says he or she. I can't have a conversation with you because you have an Android phone and your car is white and not orange. Like, people are just some fucking weirdos straight up. And that's one thing that I gotta say about this whole fucking company right here. This shit made me realize, like, I have nothing in common with none of these fucking people. Like, other than the fact that we use cannabis, we don't have nothing in common whatsoever. There's people who contradict themselves. There's hypocrites. There's closet racists. There's people who favor this or that. There's people who want to big bro you every fucking chance they get to make it seem like they're cool. All types of shit going on, not just within this company, but just in this industry as a whole. There's so much wrong shit going on. Just dumb fucking morals. No one getting checked. People coming from different states and being given more opportunities than people who were fucking grown up here and voted to legalize this shit. And it's so funny that no one has nothing to say about it. When a nigga has something to say about their side of what they saw, everyone else who basically was just out in the dust ignoring that shit is now gonna be like, oh fuck, damn, how did we not notice that? It's because you're, bro, what are you doing there? Like, that's kind of something that I think more people should ask themselves. What the fuck are we doing here? Like, what are we here to do? Because I remember what I was there to do. But we're going to get into that shit next month. It was a pleasure. Peace out.